It's the Fatboy Show on your number one station, RX Radio. Hey, how you doing? My name is Fatboy, and I'm here having a great time hanging out with Mr. Daniel Omara.
What's up?
And we're here blazing, having a good time. And today on the show, we're exploring a very interesting topic of what your occupation would have been if you had followed your childhood dreams. Can you tell us that? What would have your occupation been if you had stuck to your childhood dreams and followed it till you accomplished it?
Ooh, so there's three of them, right?
Right.
I had three childhood dreams.
I hope porn star is not one of them.
That was my teenage childhood dream.
Right?
Are we counting teenage as childhood or
thank goodness.
It was. But me, I'm thinking like younger those days.
Mm-hmm.
I'd always wanted to be a train engineer.
A what?
A train engineer.
What the hell is a train engineer?
Like the guy who drives the train. Is basically the dude who drives the train.
Okay.
Yeah, because you remember in the early 90s when CableSat television came to Uganda?
Uh-huh.
And we had this show called Super Train.
Super Train?
Yeah, there's a really cool bullet train, right?
And what would it do?
It was a train that always had drama on it. It was a bullet train. It was my first time seeing a bullet train, like a train with no smoke.
Okay, all right.
Magnetic railings, all the stuff, the pointy front. Like
okay.
The engineer could be either in the front or the back.
What was this, like an American show?
It was an American show. And this train always had some saga on it.
Okay, so it's kind of like Love Boat, but the train version.
The train version. But
okay.
Not like a reality TV show, but more of a series.
Right.
Like this drama series, action-packed thing.
Okay.
And I looked at that train, and when I saw no smoke, I'm like, that's my train. That's the job I want.
Okay, and then what came of that dream?
Trains are just not as much as they're cut out to be, man.
They ain't sexy.
It's a train. They follow a line. Me, I'm a stray. You don't draw my path for me.
Wow. So I can see how that caused you to deviate into the more creative arts.
I went and switched the rails, if I can put it that way.
Good one.
I had to change sides.
So you derailed yourself from your dream.
I derailed myself from my dream because it wasn't worth it. The other two are the same thing pretty much.
Then what dream did you go to?
I wanted to be a fighter pilot.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
TV had really clouded your thinking.
No, I just think aircrafts are... I've always wanted to fly as a human being. If there's one
like
thing...
Like a pilot... Okay, so you wanted to be a pilot of an airline.
I wanted to be a pilot of an airline, but specifically the combat guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so like fighting in fighter jets.
Yeah, like imagine if Emirates had fighter jets. They look really cool, but it's for shooting people. So, and bombing places, right? So I was like, yes, sign me up, man. Little did I know, and this is the mistake I kept making.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely thought fighter piloting was about doing the piloting and the fighting separately.
Why would you think that? I mean, you're flying the plane and you're aiming your guns.
Yeah, that was before I knew about they had guns on the plane. I thought you boarded the plane as a pilot.
Uh-huh.
You flew it to a destination where you're supposed to either kickbox or do karate or punch someone.
You can't be serious.
I am dead serious. I thought because they said fighter piloting. I'm like, well, you fight, you pilot to your fight, you fight, and then you
fly
pilot
to the
back.
Destination, park the plane, get out. Kick someone
and then jump back in your plane. It never occurred to me that how would you fly back with like one closed eye or one bloody eyebrow, right? It never occurred to me.
You're a messed up kid.
I was a very messed up kid. But that's where I would have ended up. I would have been, until I discovered what fighter pilot meant. So
wow.
I would have been Tom Cruise in Top Gun. If I hadn't messed up. That would have been me, man. What were you up to though?
Well, for me, it's funny, I don't know if it's a cliche, but a lot of boys, they tend to want to fly planes when they're younger. So I wanted to become a pilot too. And then...
commercial?
Yes. Flying normal big planes, 747s, jumbo jets. And obviously, then from there, I wanted to become a soccer player. But I didn't realize that it required you to do the work to become a soccer player. And I even badgered my dad so hard that he took me to a soccer academy for the holidays.
You were in soccer academy?
For like one holiday. Yeah, but I was too lazy.
Yo, this is where my porn star dreams are tricky.
Why?
If you put me in a soccer academy, I may have been playing football with the wrong leg.
Oh dear. Okay, stop. But then, what did I want to do? And then various things, music, of course. I was in rap groups. I was in a blues band.
Yeah.
I did all that. But ultimately, I was at heart still a very artsy, creative type person. I was interested in audio, sound, and just playing around with concepts like that. And so I think radio became a natural avenue for me to channel some of those interests. And not that I even ever dreamt I'd be in radio. It's just that by the time the opportunity presented itself, I had the sufficient skill set for it. And so I went on to do radio, and now, well, I guess I'm still doing radio. So I guess you could say I'm living the dream.
Oh, yeah, hell yes.
Yeah.
And I think it's important for you to have some crushed dreams to talk about.
I know, right? Because, and another thing is that I think when one dream dies, it doesn't mean another one won't be born.
Oh, yeah.
So always be willing to the idea that a new dream might come your way.
Yes.
You know, need not start and end with just one thing. There'll always be other things you can do.
Yeah.
If you put your mind to it.
When a dream comes your way, first vet that dream.
Why?
Just because you woke up feeling good about your dream doesn't mean it's legit or it's good. It's the thing you need to do, man.
Well, Mohosi dreams of being our president one day. Can't you tell by his tweets?
He hasn't woken up yet.
He's still streaming.
He's still dreaming. It's okay.
You wait, one day he'll be your president, and what will you do?
Well, nothing, but still, I can scream, whoa, wait.
The one thing that'll be missed, of course, is if he becomes president, that comedy might die. Because I feel like his father, the current president, actually has a sense of humor. He's actually a natural comedian that people don't give him credit for.
He didn't get the props he deserves
as a comedian.
His performance is concerned.
Because his independence speeches, or when he's officiating and he's giving a speech, sometimes it feels like stand-up.
It is, and you can tell it's improvised humor because we know the script is repeated.
Exactly.
So anything, but the humor is always new.
Right.
Every year you're hearing about the same roads, the same stuff, the same builds, and all that. Yes, fine, cool. But the humor is always new, which means you could give Sevo the same script for 10 years and get new comic material every single time. That's a gift.
Unfortunately, the gift of comedy isn't hereditary. I very seldom ever hear of a comedian who has a child who's also a comedian. Do you ever hear of that?
Wait. Let me see.
Are there like families of comedians?
Besides the Wyans?
Okay, yes.
I can't pick up on anyone else because even Richard Pryor's son failed.
Wow.
Yeah, imagine having a dad as talented as Richard Pryor, and you get there and you're like, whoa, wait.
I mean, look at Will Smith and then Jaden.
Jaden. Jaden is the comedy. He's not the comedy. He's the joke.
And his wife, of course. She's even a bigger joke. But anyway.
Them.
Yeah, man, we're getting brutal. Maybe we need to go easy since it's the season of love and family and Christmas, right?
It's the season of presents. We're giving ours.
So be it. But keep listening to your number one station, RX Radio.